Soldier mentality, featuring boosted, dropping soon. This little nigga next up, nigga. I'm just happy I'm a part.
This is the story of a popular young rapper who was shot and killed by his friend after he liked his friend's wife's picture on social media. This person who shot and killed him was supposed to be his right-hand man and also his best friend whom they worked together, but he did not think twice when he liked his wife's picture, leading him to shooting him multiple times. When police arrived, they found the promising and aspiring young rapper riddled with bullets, begging to be saved. They rushed him to the hospital where his life was left in the hands of the doctors. What really happened between these two friends to have let them do this to one another? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. This story takes us to Lumberton, North Carolina. Lumberton, North Carolina, the county seat of Robeson County, a small city of just over 19,000 people, nestled along the Lumber River and cut through by I-95. But behind the quiet surface lies a darker truth. Statistics reveal a city battling crime rates well above the national average. In Lumberton, the odds of falling victim to violent crime are about 1 in 50. Murder, robbery, burglary, and theft are far too common, keeping Lumberton ranked among the most dangerous places in North Carolina.
I can't stop smiling, man. Hey, I can't stop smiling, man. Yeah. Sean, tell them that Cartier on the way, though.
Cartier on the way.
Cartier on the way,
and
man.
You got 15mm diamond chain, all passed down.
Yeah, all that. On God, everything on the way, man. My whole setup on the way, you heard me?
Tazari Amonte Butler, also known as Lil J-Bo, was born on January 9, 2003.
Oh, wow. I really beat the curse. They told me I was next. I beat the curse. My mama always told me, you gotta beat that curse. Shout out my mama, too.
For real.
Single mother, she raised us all. Well, she a mama's girl, man. I gotta give a big shout out to her. She the reason who I am today, for real, for real. She always told me never to depend on nobody. Just gotta get it, like, you gotta grind. Mind over matter. That's what she always told me, mind over matter. I'll never forget it.
For sure. So what should we expect from your...
Tazari was close to his mom, who made sure everything was right for him growing up. He went to school and graduated with good grades, thanks to the efforts of his mother. Tazari grew up on the south side of Lumberton. He had been a running back for the Lumberton High football team, but he tore his ACL, a major knee injury, during his junior year. At that point, his focus would change from football and basketball to popular urban music.
We the ones who run the city and you niggas know that. I don't like the club, but I be vibing like I'm Kodak.
Tazari had 2 kids. He was a good father to his 2 children, Chosen, who is 1, and 9-month-old Alani. Another child was on the way before the tragic incident. Tazari was a great father to his 2 kids. He was present for his kids despite his tight schedules. He showed up when necessary and gave them whatever was needed at the time. At the age of 18 and while still a senior at Lumberton High School, he recorded a song with famed rapper Boozy, formerly known as Lil Boozy.
I'm a soldier mentality, featuring boosted, dropping soon. This little nigga next up, nigga. I'm just happy I'm a part of this shit.
Hey, we going up, man. Free all them members, man. Forever 41, man.
Tazari also had appeared on the veteran rapper 50 Cent's podcast, This Is 50, and filmed a video for the song Wonderful Feeling in New York's Times Square. Things were going well for him and he was elevating his life as much as he could with music. On his side was his best friend, Chamberlain Oxendine, age 26. He was very close to him. Chamberlain would sometimes serve as security during Tazari's shows. They bonded well as brothers and did a lot of things together. They were together 5 days out of 7 days according to Tazari's mom. Tazari kept going to places with his music. He was meeting great people and doing what others could not do. This was a big milestone for him, especially being from a small town where many people could not get big. With his success came jealousy. People whom he trusted had some type of jealousy for him, so they were ready to start a fight at any chance they get. June 27, 2023, was when he would find out that some of his friends were not true friends. He was in the apartment along with Chamberlain and his two brothers when they found out that he had liked a picture of a woman on social media. This woman would later be identified as the wife of Chamberlain Oxendine. This was supposed to be something meaningless, but because of the jealousy and hatred he had for Tazari, he took it personal. He argued about it and confronted him about liking his wife's picture. He could have told him to unlike it and let it go, but he didn't. There was an argument about a watch too, which made everything escalate to a point of no return. Shortly after arguing, neighbors heard 4 to 5 gunshots. Police were called and they were shocked when they arrived to find the body of fast-rising star, Tazari Amonte Butler. Chamberlain had fled the scene of the crime and he was declared wanted. He later surrendered and was charged with first-degree murder in connection to the death of Tazari Butler.
Breaking news now just into the WMBF newsroom. A man wanted for murder is now in custody. The Robeson County Sheriff's Office says Chamberlain Oxendine surrendered today. Deputies responded June 27th to Beam Road in Lumberton for a reported shooting. There they found Tazari Butler dead. Oxendine, again, is charged with murder.
His mother had a bit to say after the incident.
He accomplished more things in 20 years than most of us do in our entire lives. I choose to always talk about him, support him, and remember the good things that my son did. Although he was taken from us on June 23rd, he went with God. So he's somewhere that we all should be trying to get to.
Amen.
Although I had my days, like I said, I decided that I wasn't going to cry because of what was taken from me. I was going to rejoice because God loved me enough to keep me strong in my trials. This is an encouragement to every parent, to every child. Pay attention to the signs. My son was killed by a friend. He wasn't killed by anyone. It wasn't hate. It wasn't a gang shooting. He was killed by a person he was with all the time. So children, when your parents tell you that that friend is not your friend, listen to them. We see things you don't see. We pay attention to the way they look at you when you're not looking, the way they act towards you. Jealousy is real, and jealousy will end up getting you killed. My son's heart got him killed. He loved this guy. So I encourage every parent to keep your children close and pray for them so that my story would never be yours. I don't wish this on any person in the world. We got to stop losing our children so early. He left 3 beautiful children, and now they grow up as a statistic because they don't have a dad. But they have a grandma who will make sure they never forget them.
Amen.
So
Chamberlain's brother, who was in the apartment when Tazari was killed, was also wanted for the killing of 2 young men. Tazari's mother was finally happy after he surrendered to the authorities. But things were not going as she thought it would go when Chamberlain was trying to get out of jail. Tazari's mom believed that the 2 brothers had ties with Lumberton Sheriff Bernice Wilkins, and she believed that they may be shielding them from prosecution.
What's up, everybody? As many of you know that recently I just lost my dear nephew, and my sister lost her son to a senseless gun shooting. And today I am coming to my TikTok family, my social media family, because we really, really and truly need your help. Sister, can you go ahead and explain to them what we need?
Absolutely. We lost Tazari Butler, my son, on June 27, 2023. He was killed by someone that he trusted, someone that served several times for his security. He was a very popular artist, and he was at the peak of his career. He was murdered by this guy. Not only was he murdered by this guy took to social media and he bragged about what he had done to my son. His mom bragged about her sons being alive and my son being passed away. We have been traumatized by this family. This woman has two sons that have murdered 3 people. She has another son that killed 2 people at a birthday party in March of 2022. So we need everybody everywhere to join us in our fight against these people, letting them know that we will not stand for them to continue to take our children away from us. We will not stand for them to think that they are above the law. We have a petition that we've started, and this petition will go to the judge, and it will let the judge know that we want to keep this gentleman locked up with no bond until he goes to court. We understand that he is entitled to trial. That's okay. We want him to be tried in front of a jury of his peers, but we do not want him to be out. They let his brother out, and now my son is dead. We need to stop this. Senseless killing affects us all. And if we don't stop now, it could be your child next. It could be your grandchild. It could be your nephew. It could be your husband. It could be your brother. Help us stop this. The petition will be in the bio. Thank you so much.
She spoke to everyone she knew about her son, letting them know the case would not be swept under the rug even if they knew anyone in the police department.
The parent in me is worried because it is coming up so quickly. I just want to make sure that we are ready to present the facts of this case. Justice for Tazari.
She buried her son and also talked about him while they wait for trial.
Justice for Tazari's Butler Foundation. He is my 20-year-old son. On June 27th, he tragically lost his life to someone he called a friend in Lumberton, North Carolina.
Okay.
And I am seeking justice for him.
Okay. So is it true I heard something about a picture?
So I would not say that is the only reason. I would say that the guy, the killer, is making different reasons as to why he killed my son because he doesn't have an excuse. One of the first things that was said was something about a like on the picture. But I wanted to make that clear. The only picture my son ever liked was a family picture of his friend, his wife, and their babies. It was a family picture. I think this was more about envy that has been brewing up. Just simple hate.
Yeah, I can agree about that. So let the people know a little bit about how was he growing up as a little boy.
So you just ever met a person that they're just good at everything?
Yeah.
So that was him. He excelled in football from 5 years old. I mean, when I'm telling you running 6 touchdowns a game, you just could look at him and tell it was something special in him. And he played sports up until junior year.
Okay.
He tore his ACL, LCL, and meniscus. A very, very bad injury junior year. And it mentally made him not want to play sports anymore. So that's when he found his love for music.
Okay.
before he graduated high school, he had made a hit song with rapper Lil Boosie.
Okay.
It's called Soldier Mentality. It's at over 355,000 views as of right now. Then he made a song with rapper Big 30 as well, which is at about 240,000 views. He has his own singles. My favorite one is Wonderful Feeling, which he made in New York. So he's done so much in 20 years, most that people don't do in a lifetime.
Okay. And I know he did things at church. He went to church stuff to tell the people that, you know.
Yeah, so he was always raised to put God first and to reference God. So even when I shied away, he would call me and say, Mom, I'm on my way to church. It could be late and he still would go. He went to church about 80% of the time when he wasn't out on the road doing shows. He went to church. Even when he needed prayer before he went on the road, he would call the pastors to stop what they were doing to pray for him. When he was even playing football, he had my pastor come on the field. I have a picture of that. Come on the field and pray for him. He knew God, and that's important. And his love for God is what brought me back to him.
Okay. And so how you feel like, as far as how important you think relationships is to, I'm going to say for you. Because after what happened with the, knowing that it was a friend of his that, what he thought was a friend.
Who he thought was a friend. I've always wanted to, I had him at 16 years old. So we grew up together. And again, I've always saw that he was special. It was something different. I know people say that about their kids, but just look at his life, And I've always told him, his thing was he want to make the city. He want to shine for the city. He want to bring the city with him. And I would just see him just always wanting to have everybody make it with him, go with him. And I would always say, Cesar, you have to make it first and then you bring the people. But that just wasn't his, that just wasn't how he was. And I would say, Cesar, they don't like you. Or, he would say, Mom, but they hate is going to make me love them harder.
Exactly.
And that's just the way he looked at things. So even in this, I just have to take that and try to instill that.
A lot of things happened while the case was set for trial. Chamberlain and his team tried to get the case thrown out, but in December 2023, a judge ruled that there was sufficient probable cause to move forward with the case, transferring it from District Court to Superior Court in Robeson County in February 2024. A motion was made to reduce the bond for Chamberlain, but the judge denied that motion, keeping the bond at $1 million. Chamberlain's trial was originally scheduled for the week of September 29, 2025, but due to the late submission of key evidence, prosecutors and the court agreed to postpone the trial. It is now set for March 2026. We do hope the real fact of the case is presented in court, and we hope the whole truth of the case comes to light. This should not have happened at all. They could have resolved this in a more peaceful manner. A great talent was lost because of something this silly. We wish the families of the victim the best. May Tizeri Lowry continue to rest in peace. Please stay safe, and we hope to see you in the next video.